Welcome to all. I am Dr. Ashok Kevle, Assistant Professor from Department of Zoology, KTHM College, Nasik. Today's presentation we are going to discuss various methods of data collection. In this topic, we are focused on meaning of data collection and what are different methods used for data collection. Let us what is data collection? Data collection is a component of research in which researchers collect the information needed to answer the research problem. As we know, data collection is a heart of research. So, you have to collect a data which is important in all field of studies including science, social science, art and humanities. Now, in the beginning of research, are you collecting the right data? For this purpose, you have to consider a specific criteria. And the criteria is nature of inquiry, availability of fund, time factor, and focus on accuracy. As we know, these are important criteria for data collection. Nature of inquiry. Nature of inquiry. You have to select a topic which is easy to inquire for collecting information. If you have to select a proper nature of your research, then you have to collect a proper information related to research. Second point, availability of fund. Availability of fund is important in case of research. If sufficient amount of fund available for research, it provides a flexibility to the researcher, and if there is no sufficient fund supply or available for the research, then there are so many problems creating while data collection. Then time factor. Time factor or time limitation is important in case of any type of research because you have to complete your research within a stipulated timing. So you have to complete your research work within a stipulated timing. So while designing research, you have to consider time factor also. Then focus on accuracy. While collecting data, accuracy is important. Whatever parameters you have to mention in the synopsis, it should be accurate. Accurate data provides better result to the researcher. So these major criteria undersigned by researcher during data collection. Now, what are different methods of data collection? In general, these two important methods used for data collection. First one, primary data collection method, and secondary data collection method. In a primary data collection method, the data are those which are collected for the first time and it is original in character because the physically researcher take an experience, so it is called as primary data. Primary data, it may be in the form of observation, or it may be in the form of interview of a respondent, or it may be in the form of questionnaire. And secondary data, the secondary data are those which have been already collected by someone else. Means it is already available on different sources. For example, it is available on internet, or whatever data which is available in the form of statistical form, that data you have to use for a secondary source for correlating your original research. And secondary data, it may be in the form of books or it may be in the form of magazine and newspaper. Now, how we collect the primary data? Primary data collect by observation method, or it may collect by interview method or questionnaire method or schedule method. So let us be see in detail. First one, observation method. In an observation method, researcher physically take an experience of a research. So while collecting the data, he or she physically operate the research work. In this method, the data from the field is collected with the help of observation. So by observer or by personally going to the field and collect data in the form of numerical or qualitative form. These are advantages and disadvantages of observation method. What are advantages? Observation method produces large quantity data. Large quantity data provide a better observation for analysis. All the data obtained through observation means it is a authentic data because it is physically collected by a researcher, and availability of time flexibility means according to the time of researcher can avail to collect the data from the field. Then what are disadvantages of observation method? The disadvantages of observation method, it is an expensive method because for the researcher, yeah, expense their time as well as for spent money for collecting data. Then limited information because the different timing researcher visit to the site for collecting data, so there are limitation in the timing because some data is collected during daytime, some data is collecting during night time. So time limitation is responsible for collecting information from the different sources, and extensive training is needed. So whatever work is there, it should be technical. Researcher can collect the data from different field. It should be trained. Suppose sometime the technical person can only collect the data, but it is not possible to the researcher. So sometime take a help of technical person for collecting data. So it is a disadvantage of observation method. Then second method is interview method. It is a best method used in data collection. That interview method of collecting data involve presentation of oral verbal stimuli and reply in terms of oral verbal responses. Interviewer ask question which are aimed to get information acquired for study to the respondent. Means here both persons are available. Most of the social sciences this type of method used for collecting data because researcher and respondent both are physically present in front, and the researcher asks question in a questionnaire for collecting information from the respondent, and here the respondent give answer of the question of researcher and the answer is noted in the notebook and it will consider as evidence for collecting data for the research. Now what are advantages and disadvantages of interview method? Advantages: most information is greater depth can be obtained because the respondent is present in front of the researcher, so researcher can ask many more questions and collect the information from the respondent. Then resident may be overcome by skilled interviewer. The researcher having a list of questions, so according to the time of researcher can use their skill and ask some question to respondent for taking answer, and it is considered as data. Then personal information can be obtained because the respondent is physically present in front of the researcher, so the personal information also obtained through the question asked by researcher to the respondent, and so it will easy for getting a data from the respondent. Now what are disadvantages? Interviewer bias, so it is a disadvantage of interview method. Second, respondent bias means in this method both are important. Interviewer as well as respondent is present on the timing, then and then it will possible to collect the information. Then time consuming. Sometime what happen, there is no time for the respondent, or sometime the interviewer doesn't have a time for collecting information from the respondent. So in this way, these are the disadvantages of interview method, means interviewer bias, respondent bias, and time consuming. Then third method is questionnaire method. See, what is questionnaire method? Questionnaire method is a method in which researcher has a questionnaire. Questionnaire means a set of questions. So according to that, researcher can collect the information from the respondent. The person concerned with a request to answer the question and return the questionnaire. It consists of number of questions in printed form in a definite on the form. So researcher can collect the questionnaire with answer of respondent. Now what are advantages and disadvantages of questionnaire method? In a questionnaire method, low cost even when the universe is large and is widespread. Means with a low cost you can collect many more data from the respondent. Respondent have adequate time to think through the answer, because you have to provide a questionnaire to the respondent. So respondent have a specific time to give answer or mark on the question. Then large sample can be used. So through questionnaire you have to collect many more information, because how much question you have to include in the questionnaire, that is important. So there is no depth for placing the question in questionnaire. So according to that you have to collect the answer of a question. So it is a great advantage of questionnaire method. Now what are disadvantage of questionnaire method? Time consuming, because you have to give a questionnaire to the respondent, and respondent taking many more time for giving answer on the questionnaire, and then it will take too much time to receive the questionnaire from the respondent. The respondent needed to educated and cooperative. For this purpose you have to need a educate or a literate respondent, because the respondent read the question, think, and then a proper answer on the questionnaire. So for this purpose, respondent should be literate, and this is the drawback of questionnaire method. Then possibility of unclear replies. So sometimes respondent give answer on specific question, it should be in a puzzle. Means whatever answer want by researcher, it should be unclear. So it is again one of the most important drawback of question method. And lastly, the schedule method. Schedule method is very much likely to the questionnaire method. The main difference is that in a schedule method, questionnaire filled by enumerator who is specially appointed for this purpose. In the previous method, only questionnaire is there. A researcher give questionnaire to the respondent. Respondent give answer of a question in the questionnaire and again give back to the researcher. But here a special person called enumerator who is specially appointed by the researcher for collecting data. Enumerator goes to the respondent, ask them the question from questionnaire in order to list, that is a set of question, and record the responses in the space provided. So enumerator must train and administering the schedule. Means that trained person should be appointed as enumerator for collecting data from different sources by using a questionnaire, same like in previous method. Now see what are advantages and disadvantages of schedule method. Advantage, it is a useful method in case of information are illiterate. Sometimes what happen, most of the illiterate persons are there. they are unable to give answer of questions which are mentioned in questionnaire, but due to enumerator it is possible. Enumerator can ask a question in such a way it can be easily understood by respondent. So the researcher will solve the non-response issue as the enumerator goes to get information directly. As well, the extensive studies, it is very useful to can get more reliable data. Because of only enumerator, we can collect a huge amount of data for research for getting a better result. Then what are disadvantages? It is an expensive method that takes a lot of time because you have to appoint enumerator, so you have to spend money on enumerator for collecting data, as well as it takes too much time. Even the presence of researcher, the respondent may not respond some personal question because there is a phobia. So due to that, it is unable to collect the information from the respondent, and the reliability depends on data collection, honesty and dedication. Because of enumerator, it can collect the information from the respondent. It should be honesty and dedicative. Now second method, that is secondary data collection method. In this method, the data collected by someone other than actual user. The data which is available, it is also known as desk research because the physically cannot perform by the researcher, only the available ready data in different sources used for correlating their work. It means the information is already available and someone analyze it. The secondary data includes magazine, newspaper, books and journal. Means the information which is already published in different forms, either in the form of magazine, newspaper, books, journal, and this much information can collect or gather by researcher for analyze it. Now, what are secondary data collection sources? Sources are data available on the internet or the data available from government and non-government agencies, data available in public libraries, data available from different educational organizations or institutions, and the data available from different commercial information sources. Now see detail. The data available on internet. One of the most popular way of collecting secondary data is using internet. Data is readily available on internet and it can be downloaded at the click of a button, and this data is practically free of cost or may have to pay a negligible amount to download the already existing data. Most of the websites have lot of information of instructions or in the form of institutions or organization, thus we can collect it properly. Second, the data in the form of government and non-government agencies. The data for secondary research can also be collected from government and non-government agencies. For example, US government printing office, census, means different NGOs or government organization provide a better information. Suppose for example, a sugar factory. Sugar factory has a huge data of the export or selling of sugar in different sector. So such a data can provide a better information. The data obtained from different agencies, it should be authentic and trustworthy. Then data obtained from public libraries. Public libraries are another good source to search a data for secondary research. Public library have a copy of important research that were conducted earlier, and they are storehouse of important information and documents which are information can be extracted. So the public library provides huge collection of government publication with statistical review, and so it will help to correlate our data with others. Then educational institutes. Important documents from the educational institutes, it is considered as secondary source of data, and however most of the research is conducted in colleges and university than any other business sector as well. The data collected from university is mainly for considering the primary research, but the educational organizations provide current data of current issues regarding to the educational sector. And finally, the commercial information sources, local information sources such as newspaper, journal, magazine, radio, TV, and internet are the great source to obtain a secondary data. And this data should be commercial, means the commercial data for different organizations have identified their prospective client but can also know the information regarding their products and services from different industries in the same field or same organization or different organization. So in this way we are discussing in today's presentation what are different methods used for data collection. So thanks for watching my presentation. Next time we'll meet again with new presentation. Thank you.